Sorry to Konaka, hello everyone and welcome back. I'm having to like stoop down on this stool because my tripod is just my handheld one, so it's not my normal one. And I have nothing else I can use kind of boost. Oh, tell a lie, I've just seen something I can use. As you've seen by the title of today's video, I am going to be giving you some tips for immigration because when I was here before on my ED visa, I was at immigration, it felt like every month. The first thing is immigration takes forever. You will spend so long in immigration, it's ridiculous. So make sure you arrive early. So I would try and get there like way before it opened, because there were times when I went during the day and I was there for basically the whole day. Whereas if you get there as soon as it opens, like before it opens, and you like make sure you're in line so that when the numbers start, you kind of know your position, you won't be in there as long. Trust me. And in line with like getting there early, I would recommend to avoid Mondays and Fridays because that tends to be the busiest. Either people want to get it out of the way first thing of the week, or they're like, oh my gosh, it's a weekend, I've got to get it done before the weekend and we go on Friday. So yeah, I'd always try to avoid those 2 days. I thought Wednesdays was usually quite a good day from my experience, but yeah, try and avoid Mondays and Fridays. The second thing I would say is make sure you have all your documents. Make sure the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, because you don't want to get to the front of the line and you've not got the right documentation and they're like, back to the line, end of the line you go. So make sure you have documents of everything. Usually you're gonna have to sign a lot of things in blue ink. You're gonna need a lot of photocopies of your passport and stuff like that. But there is a photocopy machine and a passport picture booth in the, I believe it's the ground floor of immigration in Bangkok. So don't worry if you haven't photocopied stuff, you can do it there. Number 3. So if you're paying for renewal, well, if you go to immigration, you're gonna have to pay some money usually, except the 90 days I'm still here thing. I think it was about 1,900 for the renewal, and you're gonna need exact money because they do not give change. It's so frustrating. So don't think, oh yeah, I'll just get some. No. Make sure you bring the exact cash, otherwise it's goodbye to that money. You've lost it. It's no longer yours. Number 4, as I said, you're in there for a long time, so make sure you bring something to entertain yourself. I remember one time I think maybe the first time I went, I didn't really appreciate how long I'd be there, and I brought nothing, and it was the dullest day of my life. I was so bored because I had nothing to do, and you're there for hours, like hours, unless you are one of the first in, and then you're lucky. Number 5, I would say bring snacks. But angry day. I can't remember if you can eat inside the room, but once you have your number, you can go out and come back in. Just make sure you don't miss your number. You can go out, you can come back in. So bring snacks, but there are places you can buy food in immigration, and usually they have like a food market, but I don't know if the food market is every day or specific days. I'm not sure about that one, because I remember there were some times where I didn't see it, sometimes I did see it. So bear that in mind. Number 6, this one shook me to my core. This one I was like, this is a cultural shock. They will stop at lunch. So in the UK, when it comes to all of these sort of government services, they run all day. They kind of shift pattern it. So some will work through lunch and they'll take a later lunch or whatever. No. Here the whole thing shuts down at lunch, 12 o'clock on the dot, everything closed, everyone get out, and then you kind of have to wait until lunch is over to come back in and start again. I was the next to be seen when they closed for lunch. I wanted to cry. I was like, oh my God. So, and I'd been there since the morning, okay? I'd been there since early in the morning, got to lunch, had to stop for lunch, and then got seen after lunch. It was so long, because also after you give your passport over, you then have to wait until they've done what they need to do to the passport and you get it back. So it's not just a kind of boom bam bomb, you're out. You're still waiting after they've seen you and taken your documents. And then the last one, if you miss your number, you're gonna get a new one and you're back of the line. So do not miss your turn, especially if you're coming back after lunch. Don't do it, don't miss your turn. If it's within, I would say maybe 10 of you, just stay there. Just stay there. There's no point in wasting all that time to then miss your turn. So hopefully you find these tips helpful. These are some things that I had to kind of learn the hard way with some of these. So hopefully I can help you avoid making that. If you've got any other tips to share about your time at immigration, things that you wish you knew before you'd gone, drop them down below so others can learn. If you've got any other questions or anything like that, again, drop them down below. And as always, if there's anything you'd like to see, drop that down below. So as that brings me to the end of the video, there's only one thing left to say. Don't forget to press like, share and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family. But most importantly, have a very, very blessed day. And until next time, Sari Chukkonaka, Zaijian, goodbye everyone.